up everyone? Today I just want to give my own opinion on, like, okay, I know it's a little bit late, but I'm always trying to find that word or phrase to describe D4 experience as a whole now that I think most of us are already in like the late or end game. Okay, some of us might not even have reached 100 yet, due to working hours and stuff we need to do other than playing games. And honestly, first of all, I want to say that I have not committed a lot of time into D4. Even though I'm level 100, okay, it might seem that I'm level 100. So to some of the people, it might be, oh, this guy is level 100, must have grind a lot. No. Okay, ever since the Nightmare Dungeon experience has been revamped, I've been grouping up with my friends and we actually level up from like 85 to 100 in, I don't know what, 3 days or something like that. So yeah, there's a lot of EXP there. Okay, so nonetheless, right, I think I just want to put one phrase into D4's endgame, which is, to me, right, I feel it is kind of like a grinding gacha game already at this point of time. Why do I say so? Is because it's a very simple theory. Now, what do you do at endgame now? Okay, there is no, other than Uber Lilith, there is really no set or achievement or like target farming of specific unique items that is meant, or like you can enhance your experience for your character. There's no such thing like that. Like now at this point of time, right, once you are, I would say once you are past level 70 or 80, the only thing you will keep doing is just grinding dungeons, right? Grinding nightmare dungeons over and over and over again. And what do you do in the dungeons? You basically farm for gold, right? So those trash gears that you pick up on the floor, if they are not for your class or for your builds, you just sell them for gold, right? This is one objective in doing the nightmare dungeons, and the other one is you just picking up rare items and searching for the correct affix, right? So when you're in mid game, you'll probably search for 2 correct affix and try to roll the third one. When you're in late game, you try to find for the 3 correct affix on a particular piece of gear and roll for the 4th one, right? So this is what you're literally doing in the dungeon. There's nothing else inside it other than, okay, for the fact maybe you are farming for glyphs, right? Maybe for glyphs, but other than the glyphs, after you have finished, what's next? There's really nothing else already. So to give you guys a very good example of this I so-called grinding gacha game, okay, I'm gonna do a nightmare dungeon. Okay, I'm gonna do one. I've actually prepared already. So yeah, I'll be doing this Earthen Boon. Okay, so yeah, I think it's a great improvement. Okay, it's a great improvement that we can teleport to the dungeon. But then again, I don't know why is it teleporting us outside of the dungeon when you can just bring us literally inside. Like, excuse me. I don't get this logic. I have no idea what are they thinking when they actually implemented this, even though like tons and millions of people voice out. Just don't get it sometimes. Okay, so okay, this is for you guys that oh, okay, before I start, I'm still, oh my god, it's already started. I'm still playing on my sorcerer. Okay, I've been going like back and forth with different kind of builds, to find out like if there's any build that's actually more fun or better. But I'm sorry, okay, there's just no freaking build diversity in this game. Like when I tried to change to Artless, I'm sorry to say, but it's just dog trash. That build is just dog trash. It looks very good on paper. Okay, it looks extremely good on paper. But the reality, right, is just very bad. Okay, it's just extremely bad. Whatever Ice Shard can do, I mean, whatever Artless can do, Ice Shard can do it as well. Yeah, and it does it even better. And I actually tried like the Blizzard build as well. Okay, and I also tried the hybrid Blizzard Ice Shard build. Bro, I have to say, right, to me, right, I feel those are like really very bad baits. Like it looks, everything looks nice on the video and whatsoever, right? But when it really comes to you playing it, you'll find that you will encounter a lot of issues that they do not explain in the actual game, right? Like I can give you one very big reason. Like, oh my god, this dungeon is painful. Oh my god, hold on a second. Yeah, the volcano on the floor is annoying. I'll just click this. So first of all, the reason why I dropped Arc Lash is because it looks very tanky on paper, okay? Like, wow, basic attack will give you damage reduction and stuff like that. But the reality is, right, it's very dependent on the stuns and CC for real good damage, okay? That's like for real good damage. And that is a problem because Arc Lash is melee. You're gonna die like 10,000 times just being on melee with not enough defenses. Okay, I was talking too much, I did not see that. Okay. And that is one of the reasons why I dropped Arc Lash. The other reason is, yes, it is very fanciful, it has tons of damage. Like, it's really very good, okay? But then there comes the problem. It's just too fanciful that there's too many things on the screen. I can't even look at the ground effects. And I always die to the ground effects. Always, okay? So, yeah, that is one of the main reasons why I dropped that as well. And next will be Blizzard. Okay? The problem with Blizzard, right, is it is very mana hungry. Very mana hungry. Like, I can't stress enough how I'm always out of mana playing Blizzard, alright? And that's, to me, right, that is a really big problem, especially for sorcerer. Like, you want to be able to sustain your mana, you know, to kite and kill stuff, spam it constantly. That's the whole purpose of mages, right, of sorcerer. But I can't do that. Like, there is no mana upkeep in that build. Okay, like, yes, I can focus a lot of mana, what do you call that? Mana sustainability, aspects, equipment, like a resource generation. I can pump all of those inside. Okay, but then, right, what is it for? This is at the cost of reducing a ton of damage. Like, I'm not even talking about a bit. Like, for Ice Shard, right, you see for this Ice Shard build, what am I going to invest on it? Actually, honestly, right, the resource generation is not very useful. The only thing that I'm using is this, using a cooldown restores mana, and of course this passive here where lucky hit. When you lucky hit Fiji Beast, you have your cold damage against vulnerable enemies have a chance to restore 15 mana. So, you know, when I teleport in and I just Frost Nova, I straight away regain back all my mana. And that's not a mana issue, okay? However, for Blizzard, I can't do that. At all. Like, there is no way I can do that. It doesn't work. Okay, so that is one problem. The other problem, right? The other big problem is the Blizzard has, yes, it has good and decent EOE, okay? I'm not saying it's bad. But the problem is there are so many melee, like, monsters in Diablo 4 that will always come right up straight in your face, okay? And because of that, right, when you are doing high nightmare tier dungeons, you can't, what do you call it? You can't always, like, tank all of them. It's very painful. So you gotta dodge, or you gotta stand back behind, right? And that's where Blizzard comes in. That's where Blizzard problem comes in, because the real damage, right, it takes time to ramp up Blizzard. Okay, it takes a lot of time to ramp up Blizzard, and like, probably I would say maybe 2 seconds, okay, 2 seconds or so before the ice spike, you know, it actually kind of explodes inside. Okay, and because of that, right, when during this 1 to 2 second of like what I call it, time frame of ramping up, the monsters are gonna eventually come towards you. So let's just say, right, okay, let's just say, okay, maybe I'll just take out a pen. I think it's easier to explain. Okay, so wait, I think I'm gonna die if I stand here. Whatever. Okay, I don't care. So let's just say, right, you're gonna spawn. Okay, maybe this is a bad thing. How do I put it? Can I just put it as a star? Okay, this is the monster. Okay, this is the monster. Okay, I'll just, how do I brush? Monster. Oh my god, I suck, man. I swear. Monster. Okay. Okay, so this is the monster. You cast your blizzard here, right? So I'm gonna put this as blue color so we can differentiate blue color. So you cast your blizzard over here, right? So it kind of hit the monsters and it needs 2 seconds to ramp up. Okay, and let's just put this as you. Okay, this is you. This is you. So this is you. Okay. What happens, right, is the monster is gonna come running towards you in this direction. Correct? And what happens? Basically, it is gonna go out of range of your blizzard. And literally, your blizzard is gonna be deemed as useless. Right? And what do you do next? You continue to do another blizzard like that. Right? And the monster just keeps moving forward towards you. Okay, I need to put it in black. It just keeps moving forward towards you. Right? And this cycle repeats. And you're gonna cast another blizzard again. Okay, sorry. So you're gonna cast another blizzard again over here. Right? So when it comes into phase range within you, what do? The first thing you're gonna do, right, is very obvious. Correct? You're gonna move backwards. Right? You're gonna move backwards. Right? And what happens when you move backwards? the monster is gonna continue to come towards you. Right? It's still gonna keep moving and moving and moving. And the blizzard is never going to deal damage or DPS at its peak. Whereas for Ice Shard, you just shoot 5 and you can walk back and you shoot 5 and you walk back and you shoot 5. There is this real kiting damage going on. Whereas for Blizzard, I'm sorry, you're just not dealing any damage. That's the real problem of Blizzard. Right? Unless, right, the only exception is unless you are in a room like that. Okay? And this is you over here. And this is the monster in the center. And what you do is you just basically go in circles. Right? And you just keep casting Blizzard. Like that, yes, that is decent, okay? But come on, let's be honest, how many times are you gonna experience this kind of dungeon rooms in all of your dungeon runs? Like, yes, probably like Blind Burrows, you might actually have a lot of these rooms, and there will be still narrow passageways. So when you see an elite, what are you gonna do? This exact same scenario, right? Whatever that you see over here, this is gonna happen when you encounter a narrow passageway. Correct? And that is why Blizzard is a problem. This is like one of the worst problems I face with Blizzard. So this is just my own experience, okay? You can say whatever you want, I don't care, but when you play long enough, you will understand this pain. Okay, and because Blizzard is so mana intensive, I have to take Avalanche to upkeep the mana. Avalanche as in the ultimate passive. Right? See, this is exactly what I'm doing now. I'm kiting them. I'm just going back and shooting. Okay, but they are constantly coming forward. But Blizzard can't do that. It really just can't do that. Okay, you gotta keep moving back and casting Blizzard over and over and over again. And it's like just literally dealing no DPS at all. That's just how bad I feel it is. And yes, another one was the mana issue. So because of mana issues, right, I have to take Avalanche to upkeep the mana. Otherwise, I definitely will not have enough mana. Okay, that is one thing for sure. And yeah, I mean, like, Blizzard already has a good amount of AoE actually. I really like I really love that. But then, at the cost of taking that the avalanche node, I lose like the shatter, which is like a ton of clear speed. So the next thing that come to my mind was, why can't I just use back Ice Shark with shatter? Like, what do? You literally, like what you have seen I've been doing this whole dungeon, I literally just teleport in and kill the bunch of them, right? Just like that. And everything just shatter and die. Okay? So it's just weird that I don't see the real power of Blizzard. See? This literally what I'm doing. I'm just teleporting and just using Frost Nova and he dies. Right? Okay, let me just kill the boss first. Yeah, it's really not the best, okay. I gotta say sorcerer is actually a really very weak class in the late game. Like very weak. I'm gonna die soon. Oh my god. Okay. The real power, right, really comes after they have been CC. After they have been crowd control, then it really becomes very powerful. Okay. So the next build I will talk about is the before I go into the item part, the thing I want to talk about is Blizzard Ice Shard. Okay, I have seen so many people talk about it. Oh, it's the best build, best hybrid build, whatever. Cut that crap bullshit, man. Whatever that Blizzard Ice Shard can do, I'm sorry to say, Ice Shard can do it better as well. Like, first of all, Blizzard is having a problem with single target damage. Okay, whenever I fight like this kind of bosses, the Blizzard is just there to like provide slightly more CC, like, you know, the bar, the yellow bar below the health. So it just helps to prolong faster, but at the cost of spamming a lot of Blizzard. Okay, at the cost of spamming a lot of Blizzard, then you get to CC those. And you have to take into consideration of the time you actually click one button to actually use the Blizzard versus click one button to use your Ice Shard. Okay, it is if you ask me honestly, it is the same thing, because me using one Ice Shard equals dealing like real damage versus me clicking on one Blizzard that is dealing no damage but trying to CC. In the end, eventually it still works the same. Right, in the end, the boss is still gonna be CC, just that probably, you know, if you use Blizzard, it's gonna CC much faster. But then after that, you need to click on Ice Shard. Okay, whereas Ice Shard is dealing real damage, eventually it'll be CC. So it's like, okay, let's just say both of them. Like, this is Blizzard, this is Ice Shard. Okay, so Blizzard is going to deal very little damage, where Ice Shard is going to deal more damage. So it's like that, right? Okay, maybe it's hard to portray. I'm gonna do a new one. Okay, no. So this is Blizzard. Okay, I'm just gonna short form, okay? And then this is Ice Shard. Oh my god, my writing sucks, man. Okay, so let's just say this is the health bar of the boss. Okay, this is the health bar of the boss. Right, I'm gonna indicate as yellow. What the Blizzard hybrid. Okay, maybe Blizzard hybrid. I should put hybrid. Is this better? Okay, this is better. What the hybrid does, right, is in the probably the first quarter of the fight, you are going to deal like pathetic damage. Okay, pathetic damage. Really pathetic damage, because you are trying to CC the boss. Okay, whereas Ice Shard, you're gonna deal a good amount of damage, but you're not gonna CC the boss so fast. Okay, and what happens when Blizzard CC the boss? When after Blizzard freeze or, you know, crowd control the boss, you're gonna do more damage, and this is where your Ice Shard comes in. Alright, so you're gonna deal way more damage in the second half. Okay, after you CC, but then your Ice Shard, your pure Ice Shard, is gonna do the same thing. It's gonna deal the same amount of damage that you use to actually spam Blizzard. Okay, that's the problem with the Blizzard hybrid build. And at first I don't get it, why like do you have to use two skills that have mana. So I thought it was, first of all, I thought it was for the lucky hit chance that you can keep regenerating your mana from the frigid breeze, right? But apparently that's not the case. So the problem is really just the single target damage, and yes, it really gives a lot of CC. Okay, Blizzard has very very high potential to freeze enemies very fast. Okay, so yeah, this is the exact scenario that I'm talking about. There is literally no difference in my own perspective. Okay, I've tried so many times, I just don't see the difference there. So like, why do I have to use two mana skills? So that is why I reverted back into my ice shard. And this is literally just me talking about ice shard. Okay, now right, I'm using Inferno with with Creeping Flames. Okay, so sometimes, because my build stacks a lot of lucky chance, there is a very high chance for enemies to be immobilized. Okay, that includes bosses as well. Okay, that includes bosses as well. And when they immobilize, let's say if they are immobilized, okay, your ice shard is not going to deal that amount of damage. Your ice shard is going to deal way more damage, like way more damage. Okay, so yes, that is the difference that I feel. Okay, I just felt that it feels like a bit. Okay, this video is taking too long. I'm just gonna wrap it up, and I'm just gonna tell you what is my real meaning of grinding gacha. So this is how everybody like will do a dungeon, correct? And what do you do? Yes, you walk to the freaking NPC. Walk to the vendor, walk, sort your items, whatever that is useless, and here onwards, right? What do? You literally look at the affix, right? You are praying to RNG that you actually get the correct affix. And when the moment you start doing this kind of RNG stuff, that's it, straight away. This is like gacha already. Right? It's literally like a gacha game. You are just praying for good affix slash, like, usually it's drops, okay? So when we play gacha games, it's usually like we want to get good drops. Okay. However, I think this is like a very similar situation where you want to try and get the good affix. So what do? You just go through one by one, correct? And then you see, good, no, useless affix, throw. Good, no, useless affix, throw. And I tell you, right, I honestly, out of like 10 dungeons you do, okay, 10 dungeons, I'm just gonna average out 10 dungeons you do, you are probably gonna get like one decent item only. One. Okay? Or sometimes even you might not even get one. Okay, look at my sorcerer. Okay, I'm not even at the peak yet. I do not have a body armor that has like good reduction and armor. My amulet is still not there yet. I don't even have this amulet with this aspect devouring blaze. Okay, because my amulet needs cooldown and mana cost reduction. Okay, and my wings is also not there yet because I still have resource generation. To me, I think resource generation is pretty crap. Like every 18.5% of resource generation on your wing for sorcerer is only going to improve like 3 mana regeneration per second. That is really really bad to me. Okay, so yeah, this is what you do, right? Every dungeon run, like without fail, you're just looking. Trash items, just throw. Aspect, do you need? No need, also throw. Yeah, and look, I just depleted my whole inventory. There's nothing for me. And this process like rings and repeat. Correct? You just keep doing this repetitive process over and over and over and over again. So isn't this a grinding gacha game? Right? It is the same thing. So yeah, I really hope, right, in their season 1 there can be more exciting stuff, because if their malignant equipment, right, is gonna be like this, I'm sorry to say your game is gonna die extremely fast. Like, my prediction, okay, if it's gonna be the same scenario, my prediction, right, is I'm giving you probably 2 to 3 weeks. 2 to 3 weeks, the game will die. The game will die. Definitely. Very, very quickly. Okay, and yeah, I hope it can be something more exciting, because come on, man, this is a million multi-million-dollar company. Like I think a lot of people already lost a lot of faith in or hope in Blizzard, but a game is still a game. Like people design the employees inside, they really work hard. It's just ultimately I think a lot of communication and play testing inside internally that what matters. Right, so yep, that's my view on or take on both like the grinding gacha Diablo 4 game, and of course like what I think or my thoughts on like the more high end or late game sorcerer builds. Alright, I have not tried Fireball yet. I have not tried what is that? Chain lightning, was it? Is it chain lightning? I think so. It's chain lightning, right? Chain lightning. Yeah, I also did not try all the other lightning skills, and I tried theory crafting summoner build, but it seems really bad. So scrapping that off also. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.